Growing up, I went to a Catholic middle school. I had the same 16 kids in each class for the whole time I was there. But my best friend while I was there, his name was Rob. So in 6th grade, when he had his birthday, his dad bought him a go-kart. And this is probably the best gift you can get for a boy. It's also the best gift, but kind of the worst gift. So his birthday's in November, so we spent the whole month of November basically living in this go-kart. We would drive it around and around and around and around his pool in his backyard. He had an above-ground pool, and we drove around it so many times that we pretty much made a dirt track around his pool. So I had never actually driven it. I always rode shotgun while he did this. So one day he's like, Jackie, come on, hop in, you drive. And me, 6th grade me, who has never driven anything besides a bicycle before, was terrified. I was like, no way, I'm not doing it, Rob. Can't do it. He said, no, come on, you can totally do it. I'll be right here. I'll be fine. So I'm like, okay, he's my best friend. I trust him. Fine. So I hop in the passenger seat, and I'm going so slow. I'm going painfully slow. Like, you could walk faster than I was going. My foot is barely on the gas pedal. I'm, like, creeping along, and, like, the go-kart's kind of, like, revving. Like, and I'm going awfully slow. So he's getting fed up with it, because 5 minutes ago he was whipping around the pool going, like the Fast and Furious, like, speed devil. So he's getting fed up, and he's like, Jackie, come on, you gotta go faster. Like, what are we? Like, come on. So I'm not going faster at all. I don't listen to him. I don't want to crash this thing. I'm nervous. I don't want to go faster. So he decides to take matters into his own hands. He takes his foot, moves it over to the gas pedal that my foot's on, and pushes down the gas pedal with his foot. So I freak out. I let go of the steering wheel. The go-kart speeds up, crashes right into the side of the above-ground pool. The above-ground pool side bursts open. All the water, mind you, this is in November, so all the water from August to November that's been sitting in there is green, disgusting, and algae infested, comes spewing out of the side, all over. It goes everywhere, it pours out everywhere, and we're sitting covered, we're drenched in this algae water, and it's November, so we're freezing, and we're just sitting in this go-kart, and it's humming along still, and we're soaking wet with disgusting pool water. And of course it made a giant noise, and of course we screamed, so the parents look out the kitchen window and see us sitting inside the pool with the go-kart. They come rushing out. So the father comes out of the kitchen with a roll of duct tape. He walks right over to the side of the pool, drags the side to the other side, and then slaps on 3 giant slabs of silver duct tape and says, all right, well, pool's fixed, but no pool until next summer. So that was one experience I had over there. And I don't know, I felt like after that, I should probably lay low for a while. So I didn't go over that much anymore. But when I finally got back into it and hang out with him again, I also became friends with his younger brother, Nicky. Now, mind you, Nicky's homeschooled, so he has a lot of time on his hands. He decided that it would be a great idea to raise chickens in his backyard. So this kid built his own chicken coop in the backyard. Now, mind you, I live in Piscataway, New Jersey. This is not a farm town at all. So they have a bunch of chickens chilling in their backyard. I want to say they have about 20. And one morning, the mother wakes up and gets her coffee and goes out and looks outside in the kitchen window, and she sees a bunch of floating white particles almost. And then she's like, oh, Bob, she calls the father over. She's like, oh, Bob, come here, look at this. Look, the rose petals are everywhere. It's so beautiful. Like, the rose petals are all over our garden. And Bob looks out the window, and he's like, Lynn, I hate to tell you, but that's not rose petals. So they both go outside, and what she thought were rose petals were actually chicken feathers. Unfortunately, I think a raccoon or something had gotten into the chicken coop and slain all the chickens. Like, not one. They're all over the backyard. All 20 of them. All over the backyard. And, yeah, so basically there's no more chickens in that house, no more go-kart in that house, and no more pool in that house. And, yeah, that's one story from my childhood.